Meowdy. Hello, hello. I forgot I still need to iron out those little bit of audio issues. Whoops. Hello. I'm an hour early? Ha! 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 Yep. Daylight savings is stupid! It's so dumb! Hello. Is this the new schedule? It's the daylight savings. For me, it's still the same time. It's just, you know, awful because yeah, minus 1 hour sleep. That's it. For people not in the US or in, I think, was it Arizona that doesn't follow daylight savings? Lucky. Yeah, it's stupid. Everything is an hour earlier, I guess, technically. But yeah, it's fine. Everything's fine. We don't need that hour of sleep anyway, right? Something Persona 3 joke. Oh my god. I can't imagine how confusing it is if you have something like the day of, especially like when the time changes. I don't know what you would be doing at that time, but if you arranged something at like at 2 or 3 a.m. for whatever reason, god, that must be confusing. Oh yeah, I saw the drip marketing. She's very cool. I don't think I'll have the primos for her, but she is really cool and I will perceive her. Regardless, speaking of cool women, ningguang. The Jade Chamber's returning guest. I hope she makes another Jade Chamber. I hope she starts marketing them as like little figurines to sell in a souvenir shop or something. So that, especially ones that you can throw at people. Very specifically. Okay. But yeah, let's see what Ningguang is up to. Oh my gosh, I haven't been on the Jade Chamber in like ages. Wait, does that mean that you can't do this until she rebuilds it? Because like, you have to do quests to get this back up. Huh. Oh, when you stay up till 6 a.m. to play Persona 5 Royal, then yeah. It's always confusing when daylight savings happens because I'm just like, no, it can't be that late. I wasn't up this long. I didn't lose track of time this badly. And yeah, no, I didn't. It's just because time itself has decided to skip out on me. Oh. Oh, everyone's starting to look at me. I feel a little awkward now. I feel a little underdressed. Hi. Huh?
It looks like all our problems are solved.
What do you mean?
Welcome to the Jade Chamber.
What do you mean?
Oh, great. I have no idea what we would have done otherwise. I didn't think we'd really manage to get you here.
You know something? Why did I come here? Why am I here to begin with? Ooh, yeah, I can't wait for 4.5 update. I know what I'm doing on Wednesday. Actually, the 4.5 update, because that is, in fact, this week. I kept misremembering it as last week because I'm bad with time.
This was a last-minute situation, and you're the one we trust the most.
Eldritch Being Tower thing is the only thing you can remember having a location change. Huh?
To put it simply, we are just looking for the right person to help.
To help with what?
We had a very long discussion about it, but to no avail.
What do you mean?
I have tasked my 3 most trusted secretaries with overseeing an important auction tomorrow. This, however, leaves their regular duties unattended to, and the work cannot afford to go undone.
Meowdy.
The nature of their day-to-day work is highly sensitive and confidential, so whomever I ask to fill in needs to be someone I can trust, and who doesn't have a conflict of interest.
I mean, I guess I wouldn't have a conflict of interest, but also, I don't think I have the qualifications for this. Just like I shouldn't be a lawyer. But I guess I became one anyways, so... Meowdy!
There's no need to be quite so modest.
Why?
Actually, you were the first person
No,
I thought
actually,
of.
why?
I place a great deal of trust in you.
Why?
And besides, we haven't thought of any other suitable candidates.
My qualifications are fighting, fighting, and more fighting. I don't think I can do this?
To me, this work is highly sensitive and of utmost importance, though I'm sure you'll find it to be mundane at best. It would not surprise me if you can't bear the tedium or can't make the time.
Okay, if there are bad ends in this one, like in the Yunjin one, I really hope that we don't cause the economic downfall of Liyue or something by accident. I feel like we shouldn't be trusted with highly confidential information. I mean, I guess Paimon isn't here for these, but like, still. The qualifications are, do you have a good ara-ara? That's it, that's the only thing in the interview. Ara-ara. And she's like, okay, cool, hired. I'm like, what?
And yet, despite this, I thought it could do no harm to ask the question, on the off chance that you are interested.
I don't know if this is a question so much as I am no longer asking. Hired! For what?
As it happens, I was just having a discussion on backup plans with my secretaries before you arrived.
But the outcome of that discussion was that we couldn't think of a suitable alternative.
There's gotta be people, right? Heck, ask an Adeptus or something. I mean, I don't know if I would necessarily trust... maybe. No, almost all the Adepti got, like, scammed in the Lantern Rite event, so, like, I don't know, actually.
This is a good reminder that we should always have a contingency plan for everything.
Didn't you just say that you didn't have a contingency plan?
Anyway, this may add to the debt of gratitude I owe you. But the fact is, your arrival here has rescued what was fast becoming a rather dire situation indeed.
How tedious are we talking? I mean, sure, if I can help, I guess.
I wouldn't worry. It's all work you'll be quite familiar with. Planning trips, gathering pertinent information, that sort of thing.
We don't plan anything. We just kind of show up and people sort of, I don't know, clock us as someone who can't say no to a favor and then directs us places. I don't think we've ever gathered information.
All basic skills required by competent adventurers, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't know.
If you have any questions about your work, I will answer them shortly. The administrative work Lady Ningguang touched upon just now is only one aspect. You'll also be required to cater for Lady Ningguang's basic daily needs, such as clothing and meals, and be on call for any other requests she may have.
Like, making clothing? Because, like... I'm sure she can do this herself, right?
None of this is hard work, but there's a lot to do, and it's highly repetitive. Having a dedicated staff member deal with it exclusively means that everyone has clearly delineated duties and can focus on their own work.
Like, I get the cooking thing. Cooking is a very time-consuming process. Like, I understand. It can definitely get in the way of your busy work schedule. And I don't know if you would really go down for takeout from Wemming restaurant, but like... I think you can dress yourself.
Simply put, this is about maximizing overall efficiency.
Well, she's a min-maxer.
All right. Please proceed to the office. Bai Shi will go over the work with you in more detail.
Yes, Lady Ningguang. Okay, let's go.
Huh. Have you competed in an amateur figure skating competition? That is incredibly specific. Usually that means that someone's brought this up to the committee before and they had to add it because they didn't really know what to do. It's like that one, like, law in some state out there that's just like, don't bring a lion into a movie theater. It's like, who was the one who brought a lion into a movie theater for this to be written down in ink? What mad lad out there?
Before I get into specifics, I want to start by giving you the big picture.
Who did it? I'm not mad. I just want to know. Who ruined movie theaters? Yeah, you gotta be discreet about bringing a lion into the movie theater, obviously.
As a member of the Liyue Qixing, Lady Ningguang's every move is in the spotlight. Maintaining her perfect image at all times is absolutely essential.
I'm sorry, did you just say... Scooter warnings have... Wait, scooters have warnings on them that say scooters move when used? Really? It's like in the name, scooting is like a physical thing. It's a movement option. Huh. Wow, that's kinda nuts. Someone tried recreating the MGM logo in there and it didn't work out. I wouldn't put it past someone, honestly. That might be the reason. Heck.
My usual job is to be her right hand, to maintain her image and take care of all her worries. For example, arranging her daily schedule, picking out clothes for her, dressing her, applying her perfume.
You are too excited about this. You good?
You misunderstand me. I am simply trying to impress upon you the sheer importance of the work you will be undertaking.
Ah. I see that you, like June, also want Arlecchino to anyway. So, like, would you call her... I was about to make a really, not... a little bit of a down bad joke. Anyway, I'm just gonna move on from that. Yeah. Make the joke? Make the joke? Okay, well, if you're pulling her, are you going to call her daddy or mommy? Anyway, moving on. Down bad while I'm up in the air. It balances out! Obviously.
Baisha has always been very passionate about her work. I can leave any task in her capable hands, and rest assured that her performance will be nothing short of exemplary.
I didn't realize she was here while her assistant was going like, wow, I love to dress her and apply perfume to her. Like, The answer is yes. Ah, I see. Why not both? Oh, don't combine the two. Don't combine the two words. There we go. That's my whole joke. I'm not gonna say it out loud.
I'm sure she was simply trying to share some of her enthusiasm, in the hopes that you may find it infectious.
Thank you, Lady Ningguang. Back to the topic at hand. Let's get into the details.
Maddie is fine. You know, yeah, it's the other one. Don't do that. It's too unfortunately fitting.
Bai Xiao and Bai Wen handle tasks that require enormous experience, while I'm mainly responsible for organizing her daily schedule and making sure she is well fed, dressed for any occasion, and that all her needs are met. I can go through the methods I use and give you some pointers based on my experience to ensure that you are fully equipped to perform your duties.
Traveler, do not just call it basic daily routine stuff. Get the walkthrough. Get the... Especially with someone as of a perfectionist and as a stickler for details like Ningguang is. Don't screw this up.
All in a day's work for the traveler, Great.
Oh, because you're
Then I'll skip
madly in
that
love.
and just get to the handover of duties.
Incredible.
Currently, there are 133 items that have yet to be scheduled, 17 of which are high importance, and...
I thought we were just supposed to be gathering stuff and doing adventurous stuff. I don't think we should be planning out schedules.
Yes, I did try to make a start in advance, but only got as far as roughly prioritizing the tasks before I ran out of time.
I really don't blame you. That's a lot.
I'll go through the most important items with you in more detail. If there's anything you don't understand, feel free to stop me with questions at any point.
Oh, I'm pretty well. Just kinda going through the day-to-day. So I guess my usual state of being, which is tired. I blame daylight savings this time, though. I don't think I've really adjusted yet.
First
like
is
jet
the
lag.
periodic meeting with the representatives of the 8 trades. After that, fielding opinions on revisions to the current tax legislation.
Congratulations on your welt? Listen, he's great, especially if you build him as DPS and then you just watch things melt. It's awesome.
Then, a discussion with Lady Kuching on issues relating to time restrictions on land
Oh my God.
conveyance deals. Following that, there's a Q&A session with all the major commerce guilds. Right after that, there's...
Can you, like, hand me a list? I don't think I'm gonna, like, remember this.
Yes, you do. To the
Yeah.
uninitiated, scheduling may sound like a simple process of matching tasks to time slots, but there is actually far more to it than that. You need to take travel time into account, along with a whole spectrum of potential issues that can arise.
Taking travel time into account. What do you mean? I'm not late until it's past the time, obviously. What's
Ample
travel
knowledge
time?
of all outside factors that may weigh upon your plan A is essential to devise a workable contingency plan. I assume this is all making sense. Unless you had any other questions at this point?
I'm gonna be honest. I didn't understand any of that.
Good. Then let's
Wait,
press on.
no,
We're tight
hold
time
on.
here, and there's
Wait.
a lot to get through. And we still need to leave enough time for you to prepare Lady Ningguang's schedule.
Traveler, please accept the help. You're going to suffer in the future. Early stream? No, it's daylight savings. I'm gonna even just... Okay, I'm just gonna write that down. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I don't want daylight savings to be a thing either, but like sometimes all of your clocks just change on you and you're like, oh, I've gone forward into the future by 1 hour.
Already?
Wow,
You're
no,
a
Traveler!
fast learner. Very good. This will be much more efficient.
Traveler, you're an idiot. You are going to screw up and Leah is going to perish.
Wonderful. Then I'll be counting on you to provide my schedule for tomorrow.
Oh no. Oh
I'm grateful
no.
for your assistance. Now, I will leave you here in peace to proceed with your work. I still have a few items from today's schedules that need addressing. If anything else is unclear, you can ask Bai Shi.
Take care, Lady Ningguang.
I try not to nap anyway. Time to avoid doing anything too complicated. Well, I'm gonna try, but like... Oh, you really should have asked for more information, dude. Eat, wash up, change, get ready to go out. Meet businesswoman Luo Qiao at Liuli Pavilion, eat lunch. Meet 3 informants and exchange information. Go to Yuhai Pavilion for a conference. Light meal, negotiate any outstanding matters from the conference, return to the Jade Chamber. The specific times for the first 3 items are flexible and progress dependent. The conference in item 4 is scheduled for the evening. Arriving early is recommended. I bet the other one is going to be a terrible schedule.
Good. You factored in
Okay.
both priority and efficiency.
Maybe she did give us a list.
And produced a rigorous and well-structured schedule. You've clearly considered it from every angle.
It's a little bit vague, but it's alright. Am I doing the Lady of the Jade Chambers hangout? I am! She hired me for a job that I am wholly and woefully unqualified for.
Excellent work. You've got quite a knack for this.
My brain's never not fried, so I'll just say this.
Please be here at the Jade Chamber tomorrow morning before Lady Ningguang wakes up and start preparing based on the schedule. With you helping out here, we will be able to focus fully on the auction. It will be quite a complicated affair.
Actually, if you're still here, then, like, why couldn't you make the schedule and I can help enforce the schedule tomorrow? Because, like, you clearly have the time to check over my schedule. Okay.
I hope so too. You must be exhausted. Make sure you get an early night tonight.
Like, I'm glad you checked over the schedule, but also... Oh, wait until the next day. Am I gonna do great? Well... I think it's at 6, so... Time to just dissociate in the corner. Here to deliver a package, now I'm suddenly in charge of Leah's de facto queen. That sounds like a light novel title. Wait, oh, 7. Oh, 7, okay. Daylight savings! 6 is the new 7, right? Wake her up? How am I gonna wake her up? Do I throw water at her? Do I engage in combat? Knock?
Yes, I'm already awake.
Okay, never mind.
I'll be out in a moment. I'm just changing.
Fair enough.
Good morning. Did you sleep well?
I'm fine.
That's good. I was worried you'd be a little uncomfortable.
Teyvat standard time or Teyvat daylight time? No.
Now then, the schedule. Let's see what you have for me today. Item 1. Lunch at Liuli Pavilion with Miss Luo Qiao. Ah, yes. I remember the invitation. I need to make sure I'm well prepared for this.
Are you going to engage in verbal combat?
No, someone I've never met before. Today's lunch will be our first time meeting each other. She's paying a high price for my time, and I intend to make sure she gets her money's worth.
Oh.
Otherwise,
According to the
tens of
judgment of the
millions of
Oratrix
Mora is
Mécanique
rather a
d'Analyse
high
Coordinate.
price for a lunch. Even one at Leoli Pavilion. Wouldn't you say?
Did you just say millions? Tens of millions? Like, I have a lot of Mora. I don't think I have that much Mora.
That's right. Even at this price, there is no shortage of people willing to pay for a lunch opportunity with me.
Jeez.
To be clear, I've never had any hand in setting the price. I too was rather surprised to see it become so expensive. Time is very valuable to me, so when I first came up with the idea, I made a rule that my time would go to the highest bidder. Gradually, it developed into a lucrative business.
You know what? Fair enough, Slay Queen.
Yes, that sums it up very well. Most people looking to buy my time are business people who believe that whatever they spend now, they will make back several times over in due course. Naturally, for anyone looking to make a profit in a complex market, the bottom line is having the requisite experience and expertise. All I can do for them is share whatever insight I may have. As for how much my insight is worth in terms of Mora, everyone has their own idea. There is no standardized way to measure something like this.
And when you can't measure something in a standardized way, it's expansive.
You are a very lucky person, you know. You get to sit in on this lunch for free. In the hands of a professional business person, the kind of information you'll be exposed to would be worth, well, tens of millions of Mora.
Then this could be literally the most valuable lesson I'll learn in my life. In terms of monetary worth.
There's no need to be nervous, of course. Now, let's have some breakfast before we leave.
Okay. Where? Still in here? Oh, okay. There we go. Ooh, what do we have for breakfast?
Did you organize this entire breakfast?
I think that might have been by ship.
I know what's going on then.
I don't.
Please, sit. Have a taste of the Jade Chamber's chef's cooking. This kind of food tastes far less satisfying if left out for too long.
Yeah, cold meat buns are not great.
What do you think? Is the food to your liking?
It looks like we haven't touched it at all.
Don't
Wild.
forget we have a lunch later. Save some space, or you might miss out on some even better food. Still, I'm happy to see that you approve of my culinary tastes. On occasion, usually everyone is too busy for a leisurely sit-down meal. There is an awful lot to get done most of the time.
Free food? Is it really free if this is just our salary? Because, like, I don't think we're gonna get paid for this, so...
Breakfast also isn't usually so lavish, hence my surprise when we got here.
Let's be real, usually it's just gonna be a bowl of congee or something. Pretty good breakfast, though.
I actually thought you had cooked it all yourself.
I mean, we literally filled in...
Relax,
Whatever.
I'm just joking. Baishar probably made arrangements yesterday to add a few extra dishes to the breakfast menu. You willingly took this work on, knowing that it would be tedious, and you have worked diligently. My secretaries and I are very grateful to you.
I can't wait to do the version of this where I'm actively terrible at every single thing I do.
Treating you to some food is but a small token of our appreciation.
Sure.
Breakfast sets the tone for the rest of the day. You can't compromise on it.
Breakfast, who is that even?
If you wake up to the same monotonous meal each day, you will start to feel fatigued even before you start working. Well, I'm done eating. We should get ready, then head off to Leoli Pavilion. I have some preparations to make first. Could you bring my clothes to my room, please? I need a change of mood, and a change of clothes will facilitate that. Who knows? Perhaps you will have a completely different impression of me after I change outfits. I already instructed Longyang to have my outfit ready. You can fetch it from her. Thank you. I'll be in my room.
Is this still in the building? Girl, it's right here! She's just down the hall!
Hello. How may I help? Ah, yes, of course. Please wait a moment. I'll go and get them.
Ningguang really
Here
can't be
you are.
bothered
Please
to
give this to Lady Ningguang.
grab her clothes from her as she passes, because you have to go this way to get to the stairs.
Yes, this whole room is full of Lady Ningguang's personal items. Not just clothes either. There are all kinds of jewelry and ornaments.
Oh man, the last jade chamber exploding like that must have sucked.
Lady Ningguang asked us to rearrange this room recently. We're currently right in the middle of that, so everything's in a bit of a mess. That's why it took me a little time to find this for you.
Ah, hoarding.
Anyway, you can take it now. Thanks for coming to pick it up.
Okay. Oh yeah, no, she's literally right at the stairs. Okay. Oh wait, lower? Higher. Oh. Wait, then she was right there! You could have just grabbed
Did you
it.
get it?
Is it gonna be the,
This is the one.
alternate one?
Please,
From,
wait for a moment.
shoot, how long ago was it? I think I have that for her too.
I believe you've seen this outfit
Oh,
before.
yeah.
It's one of my favorites. I don't think I asked you what you thought of it at the time, though. What do you think? Be honest.
Yeah, it suits you.
Phew.
Aww.
Thank you. I was actually a little nervous. Knowing that it has your seal of approval makes me feel much more self-confident.
I didn't realize you were lacking in that.
If you're second-guessing how you look, you can forget about looking glamorous. Even the finest garments in the world would look out of place on you. That's why your affirmation matters so much to me.
No, don't look to me for affirmation. You have all the confidence that you need.
All right, let's head to Leoli Pavilion.
I cannot express what I am trying to say, but I think I got close enough. You don't need to look to me for affirmation. There we go. Okay. Man, I wonder what the commute time to work is. Yeah, she only has one other outfit. Is this down? No, it's actually not down. Okay. It's over here. There we go. I was about to jump down. Which, I could have gotten back up eventually, but... Alright. Time for, ooh, what do we got here?
Lady Ningguang.
Sorry to have kept you waiting.
No, not at all. I know that you have 1,000 different things to do each day. I'm very grateful for any amount of time you can spare for me.
No, not the Luigi Pavilion!
Great. Well, let's leave the formalities aside from now on and make this just a friendly chat.
Let's be real, it never becomes a friendly chat after that.
This is the Traveler. I'm assuming you've heard of him. He happened to be in Liyue Harbor today, so I invited him to come along. It's a rare opportunity to dine with him, too.
Hi?
Do you mind if he sits with us?
No, not at all. On the contrary, I'm honored. What a surprise to be dining with the illustrious Traveler, too.
I mean, we do stick out like a sore thumb, but also... she's up to something. I'm pretty sure she's up to something.
I've always been fascinated by you and your adventures. There's so many questions I'd love to ask you. Oh, I'm sorry. Where are my manners? I forgot to introduce myself. Look at me, getting all overexcited. I'm Luo Qiao, a businesswoman. I work mostly in the textile business, but recently I've been considering branching out into some other markets. That's what I wanted to ask Lady Ningguang for some advice about. I didn't know there'd be a surprise guest involved, too. So, the rumors are true then.
What rumors?
Rumors? About what exactly?
You know, the rumors about the
Oh,
two
you're
of you,
kidding me.
Lady
Come
Ningguang and
on.
the Traveler, having a closer than average relationship.
I haven't been in Niue for like months. I haven't seen ningguang in even longer. What do you mean?
You haven't heard?
Nope.
Come on. You must know that Lady Ningguang's every move is in the spotlight.
That sucks.
Obviously includes her relationships. And if you didn't have some sort of special relationship, why would she invite you to this lunch right after finding out that you were back in Liyue Harbor?
Yeah, I'm gonna need to be careful.
Interesting. Yes, we do have a special relationship, but I don't see anything unusual about it. The Traveler is a national hero in Liyue whose actions have directly contributed toward the prosperity we enjoy today.
It's not a relationship, it's just politics.
Even putting aside my official status as one of the Liyue Qixing, I admire him on a personal level too.
Oh, yes. Well, there is nothing unusual about it at all. I was just observing that Lady Ningguang now seems to have a second interesting character in her innermost circle. The first one being the captain.
Oh, now I'm curious how... What did these rumors say?
You're comparing apples and sunsettias there.
Apples and
Whenever
sunsettias?
Beidou returns to Liyue Harbor, all she brings me is a headache.
Are there no oranges? In Tavad? No. No way. There's gotta be oranges, right?
I've missed out on a number of extremely promising investment opportunities thanks to her. In fact, the timing is always so suspiciously coincidental, I can't help but wonder if she's doing it on purpose.
Bull fruit. Bullet? Bull.
Investment opportunities? Oh, do you mean the luminescent spine business? I hear that's been all the rage recently.
Isn't that like the bugs?
No,
Buell.
something else.
Thank you.
All the talk about luminescent spines is just empty hype.
Oranges aren't real. Only Buell.
Oh, but isn't there some new technology from Fontaine that needs lots of luminescent spines to make it work?
If it were really that profitable, those in the know would have kept it as quiet as possible. You have to wonder, if the news is spreading like wildfire, who's fanning the flames?
The guy who's selling the luminescent spines, probably.
I had my secretary do some analysis. The current price of luminescent spines far exceeds the profits that could be made on the end product. So I would advise you to be cautious.
I see. Well, I was planning to get your opinion on how to get started in that business.
Wait, so if oranges aren't a thing, then what is the color orange? Sunsetia colored? 'Cause like, it wouldn't be called orange then, right? Huh.
In my opinion, there are many people around with ulterior motives, making this a very risky business to enter into in the short term. Long term, it's very difficult to say, but I believe there's too much uncertainty to make it worth your investment. You worked hard to earn every more you own, and you should be just as careful spending it as you were making it.
Okay, Traveler, no comments from the peanut gallery.
You think so too, huh?
Alright, Traveler, don't... no comments from the peanut gallery.
Okay, got it. If that's what both of you think, I'll take my time and not rush into anything.
Listen, I'm a national hero, not a business person.
Maybe it'd be a better choice to invest this money into an industry that I'm genuinely interested in getting involved with. Lady Ningguang, Thank you so much for taking the time to meet with me today. I didn't know how much we'd get through, but you've answered every question I wanted to ask.
Can't believe we've blacked out through the tens of millions of Mora's worth of information.
Good. I'm glad I could be of some help.
Now I see why you were able to become the most successful business person in Liyue Harbor. You think clearly, you are very knowledgeable, and you keep yourself well informed. It would take me a very long time to come anywhere close to your level.
You've been listening for a while. Are you getting bored?
I blacked out, but I'm still here, I guess.
Has it sparked an interest in the business world for you?
I was able to follow everything, absolutely. Don't ask me, don't quiz me though. I don't need to be tested.
That means you also have a good head on your shoulders, and the ability to learn rapidly.
Oh, definitely.
If you are in need of Mora, you should absolutely consider doing business.
I won't take up any more of your time. Thank you. This lunch was everything I was hoping for and more. I can't wait to try out everything I've learned.
See you next time. I'll look forward to hearing good news from you soon.
Oh, wait, this was before Lantern Rite? Oh, that's actually really cool then. Getting to see the outfit before the actual event.
Right then. Lunch is over. I assume you have something planned next? Although...
I think it was a conference or something.
I'm a little concerned about the auction. I wonder how my secretarial trio is getting along.
I hope that they're having a very fun spin-off episode where like everything is going like catastrophically wrong, but they do manage it in the end. We can go and check out. Oh, this seems like a branch right here. Well, let's just go with the schedule first.
Yes,
I'll come back to it.
You're right. Whatever happens, they can handle it. In that case, what's next on the schedule?
Meeting with the informants.
Okay then. Yes, it's been some time since I last caught up with them. Let's go to Mingxing Jewelry first. I need to pick up something before meeting them.
Okay. The dialogue changes too. Oh. That's really cool. I don't remember the dialogue from Lantern Rite, but yeah, no, that's very, very cool. Hello.
Hello. I'm here to collect the item I handed in for repair.
Ah, Lady Ningguang. One moment, please. I'll fetch it immediately.
Very good. Don't rush now. Please, handle it with care. Yes, and no.
And no.
You probably imagine that Mingxing Jewelry deals exclusively in expensive luxury goods.
I mean, I guess so.
The workers here are very skilled, so I like to come to them when I need something custom made.
Oh, hello.
This time, though, I just had them do a simple repair.
Okay.
The item is quite ordinary. In fact, the cost of the repair was more than the item was ever worth.
Lady Ningguang, your comb has been fixed. Please inspect it and see whether you're satisfied with our work.
I'm sure it has a lot of personal, like, you know, sentimental value.
We did everything we could to restore it to its original condition. You'll still see a few marks on there, though. This was unavoidable because of how badly damaged the item was.
That's fine. Thank you for your hard work.
No, combs can be very expensive too, but I assume that this is more a sentimental thing.
Yes, though it is something very precious to one of my informants. It reminds her of her mother.
Aww! Wait, that's actually really sweet!
My informants often provide me with extremely important information. It's only fair that I endeavor to meet any requests they have in return. Trust is of far greater importance than profit in the relationship between me and my informants.
Listen, if intel could only be bought with Mora, then that goes to the highest bidder.
It's understandable to think that way, and in the vast majority of cases, you'd be completely right. But things are a little different with these particular informants. Mora doesn't get you very far with this crowd.
Listen, just win them over with friendship. It's the most powerful magic of them all.
And this only makes me all the more excited to meet with them.
Are they kids? No. No, they wouldn't be children, right?
Thank you for the repair, Xingxi. This is a great help.
Oh, don't mention it. It's always a pleasure, Lady Ningguang.
Let's go and meet them.
This is why Traveler tried to befriend Farina. Traveler's out here learning from all of these people and using it in the worst way possible. Oh yeah, they are kids.
Auntie Ningguang! Hi, Auntie Ningguang!
A little long.
Hello, my dears. It's been a long time, hasn't it?
Child labor.
Yes, indeed. And they are some of my most reliable helpers and friends. I didn't want to involve them in intelligence gathering for me at first, but they, on the other hand, were so enthusiastic about the idea that I thought it couldn't hurt to try. I treated it as a little game between us. It turned out that they delivered the goods and thoroughly enjoyed themselves while they were at it. So, it was a win-win. So, fill me in. How have you all been doing?
Oh, I've seen the child labor voice line. I don't have Klee, but I have heard it.
Great! Mom and Dad have taken me on loads of cool trips recently. It's been loads of fun. But you didn't do your homework, did you? Yeah, but it's not my fault. You still gotta try. Like teacher says, Liyue Harbor is in a new age now, and we've got a really important part to play.
This new age started after that great battle, you know.
A profound impact? A Genshin impact? Oh?
Well, this is a dramatic change. Unique in all of the millennia of Liyue's history. Everyone is eager to do their part and make their mark in the age of humanity.
There's a child labor line? Yeah, there is!
What about you, Nan Nan? You haven't said anything yet, and you're looking a little unhappy.
Why is that only in one ear? Oh god, did it break again? Why? Okay, I'll figure it out.
I'm fine. Just don't know what to say.
Actually, I might be able to fix that, like... Hold on. At least the one ear thing? I could probably do it that way. Yeah, I heard it in the left ear too, which was certainly interesting.
Oh yeah, I just remembered. A load of really big boats came into the harbor the day before yesterday. Yeah, that's right. All the merchants were there, and it was really noisy. And then the people on the boat started unloading all these crates. There was a salty kind of fishy smell in the air. Ugh.
Oh, I see. That'll be the fishing boats coming back from the open ocean. How much cargo were they carrying? Remember, I taught you how you can tell.
Yep, I made sure to look at the waterline, just like you said. They looked really full this time.
My goodness. Well, it sounds like they made quite a big catch.
Ooh, tell me your trade secrets.
The heavier the boat, the lower the hull sits in the water. So you can tell how heavily loaded a vessel is from the height of the waterline.
You would also have to have knowledge of what the boat looks like without anything on it, huh?
How deep a fully loaded vessel will sit in the water varies from
Yeah.
ship to ship. But it's something you can tell from experience, at least for the kinds of vessels you see regularly.
Since Auntie Ningguang taught me how to do it, I can tell with just one look.
A few days ago, I heard some people saying that a big merchant from Fontaine is coming soon to buy luminescent spines. They said that when they get here, the price will go up a lot.
Oh, really?
Oh ho ho.
Who did you hear this from? Do you remember what they looked like?
You usually tell modern ones where the waterline normally sits. Oh, interesting.
No, I don't remember.
All right, never mind. So, how about what they said? Do you remember their exact words?
You're okay.
I don't remember that either. Sorry.
Are you okay? You're usually the one that talks the most. What's gotten into you today?
It's okay. Don't be upset. Actually, I brought you a little something to cheer you up. How about that, hmm?
Aww.
It's my comb. You remembered.
Of course I did. If I make you a promise, I will always keep it.
Thank you, Auntie Ningguang. Thank you so much.
It was just a small favor, really. Nothing to get overexcited about.
But they said you'd be too busy to remember about a boring old comb.
They?
They? Oh no, someone's been messing with the kid informants?
Uh-oh.
Wait, is she being threatened? Who's threatening the child?
It's all right. Don't worry. There just seems to be some kind of misunderstanding here. Why don't you take this opportunity to clear it up? Don't you think that'd be best?
Yeah, Auntie Ningguang's not gonna blame you.
I'm sorry. I told you a lie. That thing about the luminescent spines wasn't something I heard. Two people came and told me to say it to you. I told them I didn't want to lie to Auntie Ningguang, but, they told me you'd forgotten all about the comb, and I didn't know how to argue with them. Then they bought me a new comb, and I'm sorry. I'll give them the comb back right away. No comb is better than the one you helped get fixed for me.
I know how much it means to you. It was a gift from your mom before she left Liyue Harbor, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. I'll be extra careful with it from now on. When Mom gets back, she'll be so sad if she finds out I broke it.
I'm trying to think of like, these guys, how did they know that she was getting her comb fixed by Ningguang? Are we being watched? Are we being stalked?
I must say, this is most intriguing. How about this? You tell me where those two people are, and I'll take the comb back to them for you. Sound good?
Okay. They're over at the docks. They said I should go and meet them when I finished the mission.
All right then. Don't worry, it'll all be fine. I'll be right back.
Are you gonna go punish the bad guys?
That bird looks real interested in that. Looking over like, oh, punishing the bad guys? A fight?
Now, this is a grown-up situation, okay? It's not fun and games anymore. And don't try and follow me.
Traveler quietly sheathing the sword.
I'm just going to have a polite discussion with those two grown-ups about what they're allowed to do and what they're not allowed to do.
Polite. So, we're gonna fight them, right? We're gonna beat them up, right? I just want to talk. Pulling out sword. I just want to talk. All right, where are they? Is it you?
Also, let's be honest, this is a new low for us.
Yes, I know. But we didn't have any other options. Just try not to overthink it, okay? Nanan's one of Ningguang's most trusted informants. Ningguang adores that kid. She's not gonna get all suspicious just because her story doesn't quite add up.
Yeah, she's gonna get suspicious, but not at the kid. Just at the information.
It sounds like you underestimated me. And the children as well.
Lady Ningguang?
You knew how important that comb was to Nan, and you exploited that fact to emotionally manipulate her. You coached a child to lie, made her betray her own innocence and confuse her conscience. Do you not realize how contemptible that is?
Sorry, Lady Ningguang.
I guess we aren't fighting.
We never should have crossed you like this.
That's not the point. Business is business. And at some point, we're all trying to get the better of one another. So if all you've done is fool me by feeding me false information, I'd make a loss, and that would be the end of it. But you cannot put more above all else. You cannot go exploiting children for profit. Do you have any idea just how much damage that will cause?
It was hardly our first choice either. We were only acting out of necessity.
Is it because you made a bad investment that no one can actually really trust?
We've been business partners for years now. We've gotten by, I guess, but never had any opportunities to expand.
Yeah, ningguang, I think she kind of expects people to lie in business. That's a thing that happens. Like, people are gonna do shady things. But like, messing with kids, that is a line.
When we heard about the movement in the luminescent spine market, we thought to heck with it. Let's go all in on this one. See if
Oh,
we
you're
can get lucky
idiots.
for once.
No!
So we stocked up a huge stash of luminescent spines and watched as the price went up and up. We thought this was gonna be it. We were gonna make our fortune.
This is like the Beanie Baby thing.
But we waited and waited, and this mystery merchant from Fontaine never came. More and more people started to suspect it was all a huge scam. Suddenly, everyone with luminescent spines was running for the exit, selling as fast as they could, but we had so much inventory that no one was willing to buy it.
Oh yeah. As soon as Lady Ningguang makes a move, everyone follows her lead, and the price takes a steep hike. If we don't sell the goods, we're both bankrupt. We're in debt up to our eyeballs. We just didn't have any other choices.
To be brutally honest, we took out a loan and made a speculative investment is not a sob story.
Yeah. I'm glad she called them out on that. Yeah, you're right.
But not everyone has the capability to make rational decisions. Greed, a lust for wealth, and impatience can all cloud your judgment. Do you now realize how dire the consequences of wild speculation can be?
100%. We've both barely slept in days. We begged people to take our stock off our hands. They laughed at us, called us idiots, thought it was all hilarious.
We messed up. Completely and catastrophically messed up. The savings we worked so hard our whole lives to build up, decimated, just like that. All we want now is a chance to start over.
Well, I can take your luminescent spines off your hands, but we will need a detailed contract. The portion of what I pay that exceeds the average price of luminescent spines in the past, you will have to pay back to me by some means in our future business dealings.
Huh? But that means our profit is zero.
Then you're free to find another willing buyer. But if you're seriously still insisting on turning a profit under these circumstances, I'm afraid you're beyond redemption.
Lady Ningguang is right. Let's swap the goods for cash and use it to pay off our debts and be done with it. This is a lifeline and we should be grateful for it. Forget about making money.
I mean, yeah, like, not being in debt is like... That's honestly way more generous than you guys deserve.
Yes, you're right.
I have no particular need for luminescent spines, but I'm quite sure I can uncover a market for it with a little research.
Alchemy?
Okay, so, shall we get this deal done now, or...?
No need to hurry. Our deal is hardly the urgent matter here. Atoning for your transgressions is the main order of business. You took advantage of a child, and you are coming with me to make a full and unreserved apology. This is an opportunity for you to show remorse.
Oh, okay.
Come on, let's go back and see the children.
This way? Yeah, this way. Because I can go this way? I think? Yeah. Alright. Just don't fall into any shallow pools of water, because I'm currently stamina-less. Hello!
We're back. Everything's all sorted.
Huh? Oh! It's those two!
I'm sorry, Nan. I was lying to you when I told you that Lady Ningguang wouldn't fix your comb.
Well, obviously.
I was completely in the wrong, and I promise I'll never do anything like this again. Can you find it in your heart to forgive me?
Honestly, all things considered, that's a pretty genuine apology.
think, Auntie Ningguang?
I think it should be your choice. And yours alone.
Mm-hmm.
Well, since it's all sorted out now and nothing super bad happened, I guess it's okay. But we can't just let them off. We gotta show them you don't mess with us.
That's true. I'd certainly hate to see anyone else try to con you.
I've made up my mind. I want them to come play with us.
What?
Yeah! Now we have someone to play hide and seek with.
Welcome to community service, I guess. Technically?
Great idea. Let's go play hide and seek at the North Wharf.
Wait a second.
Nope. No waiting. Come on!
So full of energy.
Now we can get away with stuff because we're technically under adult supervision. Anyway.
Yes, of course. I wouldn't feel comfortable leaving them alone with those two buffoons.
Yeah, that's fair. Hide and seek. Hide, but never seek. And those two guys were never found again. Actually, would it be faster to teleport? Yeah, technically. I might as well. Hide the bodies of the middle and seek them. Don't worry, there won't be any bodies left.
Let me guess what you're thinking. You're thinking that there's not a huge difference between me turning these children into my informants and the actions of those two businessmen. Am I right?
Different sorts of things, and no, it was not on my mind.
They were completely different when I first met them. They'd run away as soon as they saw me, or they'd be shaking with nerves and unable to speak. But gradually, they stopped seeing me as someone to be afraid of, and started seeing me as someone they can trust. For my part, I did my utmost to fulfill the duties of a responsible adult. I played games with them, but I also taught them observation skills, analytical skills, how to think critically. I never taught business, though.
Just all the tools to do business.
Now, they're much further ahead in their studies,
Aww.
and far more mature than their peers. This has given them confidence in themselves. I think that this is beneficial to them. Yes, perhaps I am. I never had the chance to receive a good education as a child. That's why I hope to teach these children myself. Hopefully, I can pass on some of what I've learned. Someday they may realize that not everything is a win-win deal, that deception and one-upmanship are facts of life. But there's nothing wrong with that. When that happens, they will be ready to face the world head-on and become exceptional businessmen and women. But until then, I am here to protect them.
Raising them to be your competitors or heirs? I would say competitors, because, like... I'll go with heirs first.
I will one day die. New
Oh.
Chising will replace the old. And Liyue will continue to prosper. I hope the name Ningguang will live on. But not as a person, as more of a symbol. If I can pass on everything I have learned, I can create a legacy that will live on long after I am gone.
Come on, Auntie Ningguang! Hurry up!
We're not gonna wait forever.
Coming! Come on, let's enjoy this while we can.
Aww. And the other guy is just gone. Oh no, he's over there. Never mind. Time flies and the good years slip away easily. The name Ningguang will remain a symbol for generations to come. Yeah, that reminds me of what is it? There's this webtoon that I'm reading, Return of the Blossoming Blade. Or Return of the Mount Wasect, whichever you want to call it. Very similar, like, thing. Theme. Ooh, is this where we go and, check in on the side story of the... Yeah. Therefore. Oh yeah, I read a lot of webtoons. Oh man, these are the good endings. I can't wait until we destabilize the entire economy of Lydia. Okay, so I'm gonna just speed through this.
Lady Ning.
Sorry to have...
No,
Great. This is the travel. He happened to... Do you mind?
no, not at all. I've always.
Uh-huh.
I'm Lord Chow. That's what I want.
Rumors?
For breakfast.
What
Oh,
you haven't heard?
time zones are wild.
Come on, you must know that. Like,
Okay,
and
same
if you
dialogue.
Didn't have some...
Interesting. The
Okay,
travel...
same dialogue.
Oh, your I've missed out on
Destabilized by letting Jolie retire.
Oh, but if it were I had my... So I would advise...
I see.
In my opinion, long term...
I'm sure they'll find a way to mint them on
You
their
think
own.
so too, huh? Okay, maybe it.
After this is where we make our decision. Or,
Lady
no,
Ning-
after this.
Good.
Now I see. You think clearly. You are.
You've been listening for a while. Has it sparked an interest? Ah, so you want to be my competitor. Well then, I suppose I'll have to start looking over my shoulder. Or how about this? I'll invest in you early on, before you make it big.
Don't worry, I will crash
I
and
won't take
burn.
up any more of your time.
Okay.
See you next time.
The god of Mara is dead now. It's time to pray to Dory.
Right then. Lunch is open. I'm a little concerned about the auction.
Time to mint a new type of currency called Dory. Okay, let's go.
Good. Then let's do that. There are some slippery characters among the bidders, you see. So, even
Screw
though my
schedules.
secretaries are very capable and experienced, I still can't help worrying for them a little. Come on. The auction is being held at Eugene Terrace.
Oh, that means we just leave the children, though. We just ghosted the kids. Is it... I think it's technically closer to just jump off of the cliff. I'll just believe that, like, they didn't have a scheduled meeting. She just occasionally goes to hang out with them, and yeah, she'll just go a different day. That's what I'm going to believe. Okay. Oop. Wonder what they're selling here. Oh, hello.
Lady Ningguang, what brings you here?
I couldn't help but feel a little concerned, so I just came to see how everything is going.
We're about ready, and people are starting to arrive. I think we should be able to start on time.
Very good. I think I'll host the auction myself.
Man, screw schedules, am I right?
Huh? You want to do it yourself?
Yes, just in case anything untoward happens. I can take care of it myself.
I think that's Sayu's hangout. Yeah, no, that's the one with the kidnapped girl. And in some of them, you just don't do anything.
Then we'll leave the auction itself to you. But we'll be sure to lend our full support behind the scenes.
Have you attended an auction before?
I don't think Traveler has.
Well, would you like to participate this time?
Trailblazer
You don't
has.
have to bid, of course. Just experience the atmosphere.
Time to screw over everyone's bids by pushing it up.
All right then. Feel free to take a look around the venue before it kicks off. Check out the items up for bidding and see if there's anything you might be interested in.
Okay. We've got a hairpin. A fairly well-made hairpin, but there's nothing exceptional about it. Fine to buy in a shop, but can this really fetch a good price at an auction? We've got a vase. A plain-looking vase with clear signs of wear and tear. I don't know if it's really plain-looking. That has a whole, like, art thing. Like, it has a piece on it. There's, like, birds and trees. Can't see any reason to bid on something like this. Yeah, we wouldn't need it. Writing tools. The calligraphy stuff. Office implements. Guess they could brighten the place up a little. Listen, do not knock good brushes. It'll be cheaper to get one from both. Do not knock good quality brushes, Traveler! I do calligraphy sometimes. Inkstone and... I mean... Oh wow, I have to wait for it? Is that like... 16? 400 Mora for the limited edition Morax comic by Cloud Retainer. I feel like she would. It would be really petty too. We actually have to do the end strokes. Yup.
Find yourself somewhere to sit and we'll kick things off.
Yeah, you gotta, when you finish up a stroke, you tie it off, or you make it pointy and or you do the fun hook. You know, all of those things.
Yes? What is it?
Are these auction items actually worth anything?
That's for you to make a considered judgment on. It's precisely what makes auctions so interesting, don't you think? Until the bids exceed the value of the item you're after, you can keep raising the price. If the bids go beyond what you can accept, then you let someone else take it. Perhaps this does not result in what you might call a fair price, but what it does do is identify the person who values the item the most.
Whoever is the most desperate. Gotcha.
Yes, you should look forward to it.
God, imagine if gacha systems were like an auction system. I think we would all perish.
The first lot is a teacup from my personal collection. Bids starting at 10,000 Mora. That's 10,000 Mora for the teacup.
10,000! Learning Japanese, doing stuff in pencil, you guys can very well differentiate. Yeah, with pencil, it's definitely harder. Also, Shoulder and Chinese calligraphy are a little bit different in the techniques that they do. I took two classes in undergrad, like, at the same time. One for Shoulder and one for Chinese calligraphy. And, like, it's very interesting the way that they approach it. Because Shoulder kind of throws you in. It just sort of is, because the goal of Shoulder, at least, oh god, I've said the word so much that I don't think it's a word anymore. But the point of it, at least in that class, was more for achieving Zen, as opposed to actually learning calligraphy. So it's less about technique and more kind of like the state of mind that you're in while you're doing it. So they just kind of give you characters to copy like straight out of the gate. And Chinese calligraphy, it was more like, learn the techniques first and then we'll give you characters to actually do. When you have more of an understanding of like, what makes a piece look correct, I guess? Because it's a balance of the ink and the white space. Anyway, moving on. It's something I like doing. Rolling for loot after a raid. No! Rolling a 98 and someone else rolls a 99.
20,000.
Wow.
20,000.
Jeez!
50,000.
You sound very bored, my guy. I'm not bidding on a teacup.
80,000. 80,000 over here.
Oh, he would have bid higher than me anyway.
I'll raise that to 100,000.
That is a teacup.
120.
He doesn't sound determined. He sounds very bored. I'm not doing this.
150,000. Anyone else want to keep going now?
150 once?
170? 180,000.
I feel like that guy's there just to raise the prices. I don't know. I don't feel like that guy over there really wants this teacup.
180 once? 180 twice?
Traveler don't.
180.
Okay.
Sold.
Yeah, it's mine now.
That's nuts, though.
Okay then. Moving straight on to the next lot.
Okay. I guess we wouldn't have won no matter what.
Getting quite into it. What a shame that you didn't manage to go home with anything.
So something was sus.
Of course it did. That's because I didn't come here to sell my things. I'm sure you must find it quite odd that all these everyday items could fetch such a huge price at auction.
Is it because these are items that you used? Is this actually the ningguang bathwater equivalent auction? Oh god.
Since you're curious, why not go and talk to the buyers? I'm sure they'll give you the answers you're looking for.
I'm worried. I'm worried. This sounds sus.
Today wasn't my day. Didn't manage to snag much. There were too many bidders, and they all seemed like experts to me. I guess I'll just have to wait for the next auction. Someday, I'll be the lucky one.
Okay.
I may have paid an arm and a leg for this, but in the end, I got the result I wanted.
You good?
Nothing of Ningguang's could ever be overinflated. I'm far from the only buyer who believes that owned by Ningguang is
Oh
worth
my god,
paying
it
a
is.
premium for.
No.
So how much I make
No.
how many people are even bigger fans of Ningguang than I am?
Oh god, this is actually Ningguang bathwater. Oh no.
Huh? You want to know why I paid so much? Well, it's pretty obvious, isn't it? Because the previous owner was Lady Ningguang.
Is that why you all wanted the freaking teacup? Because she's used it before? Oh no.
Sure, the item may look pretty ordinary, but that's probably just because I'm not a connoisseur, so I don't know how to appreciate it. But I figured I'd buy it first, then go get it appraised by an expert. Then I'll be rich.
Don't they realize the teacup is washed? Well, they are already a little bit delulu, so...
Well, did you find the answer yet?
I misread that. I misread that so bad. Oh no. Instead of faith, I read fetish because I think I was stuck on the oh god, they want the teacup that she drank from. It's because they have faith. They have faith. They have faith.
That's certainly part of it. But every bidder will have noticed that none of these items have a particularly high going rate on the market in and of themselves.
I'm not wrong. I'm not wrong. I hate that I'm not wrong, but oh dear.
Despite this, they were all willing to pay very dearly for them. I wonder, is faith in me really the only factor in their appraisal of the item's value?
Everyone's bonking. Listen, I'm not the one who wanted to buy Ningguang's used teacup, okay?
You'll see shortly. The one who spent the most money will surely be the quickest to realize. If all I wanted to do was make some quick mora by exploiting their blind faith in me, I have a million more effective ways of achieving that than hosting an auction.
You can just make merchandise, that's true.
Every participant in this auction was handpicked by me, based on certain intelligence.
I don't know, it feels it feels like they don't really have much intelligence if they're thinking with better a teacup than a used handkerchief. Better that than bathwater. But we don't know what the other lots were. It very well could have been.
Lady Ningguang, something doesn't seem quite right with the items from today's auction. As unlikely as this sounds, and please forgive me for even bringing it up, but I had to ask.
This was a test.
You weren't selling counterfeits today, were you?
Counterfeits? Absolutely not. What motive would anyone have for making copies of things like these?
She said certain intelligence, not high intelligence.
They are simply ordinary items, and there was no coercion or enticement during the auction. Every bid was voluntary.
This was actually like a lesson. This was a TED Talk.
Because we trusted you! Everyone knows that you love Mora, but we also know that you made your fortune through honest means, as opposed to scamming people.
You seem to have entered into dangerous linguistic territory there. You should know that unless you have evidence to support your outlandish claims, I am legally entitled to sue you for slander. Of course, if you have any genuine grievances about the auction, the lots, or the process, please enlighten me as to where exactly I went wrong.
So this is a way to teach the high spenders to not go so gung-ho on like one bit of information where it's just like, and have like trust irrevocably. She's trying to teach them critical thinking skills. Oh, yeah, she did choose them because they had no intelligence. Huh.
You... Fine.
What did you learn?
Technically, it was all legitimate. Guess all I can do is take the loss. But if word gets out about today's auction, people are gonna start seeing you as a con artist. No one would dare do business with you after that. I guess what I'm saying is this really in your best interests?
Let me answer that with a question. You claim that you were willing to pay a high price because you trusted me. But is that really the full story?
Oh?
What do you mean? What else could it be?
Is this entrapment?
Oh, I don't know. Perhaps it could be something to do with a lost item from the original Jade Chamber collection that has quietly made its way into your hands. When the Jade Chamber fell, countless valuable items from my collection plunged into the sea. I organized a salvage operation, but still there were many items unaccounted for.
Oh, I did bring that up earlier.
A considerable number of these made their way back into Liyue Harbor through means unbeknownst to me, and passed through several pairs of hands before finally ending up in yours, and those of your fellow bidders today.
Oh.
Wait, you mean...
Yes. Everyone attending the auction today is in possession of lost property belonging to me. Or, to put it another way, they were all people who have had a taste of something that was mine and convinced themselves that I am someone to be taken advantage of.
Because the things that they already had were already very... okay.
So I ask you again, your high bidding price, was it motivated by trust? Or was it greed? The sole reason I held this auction is to reclaim my treasured possessions. If you are willing to return what is mine, I will refund all the money you spent in the auction today.
All right, fine. I guess I'll return it.
It's actually an actual teacup that's been used by
You
ningguang.
drive a hard bargain like everyone says. I'll go and get it right now. Please just wait here.
Yeah, and he would come back because that's a lot of Mora.
Despite his bad attitude, he cooperated in the end. The issue was that all items of mine that have been fished out of the sea have changed hands numerous times already. Determining who has legal ownership would be an extremely long-winded process, with each item being assessed on a case-by-case basis. Even Yenfei says she'd have a difficult time defending my claims.
Because it fell into the ocean. Well, you know, like... So that's where the rest of Ningguang's wardrobe went. Yeah, into the ocean, like everything else.
I could have bought them back, but it's not in my nature to pay twice for the same
Fair
thing.
enough.
Least of all, when they'd be looking to make a handsome profit from my misfortune. After making some inquiries, I found them to be most uncooperative. So I had to resort to this auction to finally put a stop to all this nonsense.
I hope I never end up on the wrong side of you.
I just wanted my things back. Hardly an unusual sentiment.
Honestly, mood. That's entirely fair. Why doesn't Twitch want... Yeah, I don't know. Twitch is a little odd. But yeah, hello!
At most, a little childish perhaps. Which is another reason why I didn't tell anybody about my plan.
Oh, in Jolie's story quest, Jolie implied that Ningguang could use her status to get her stuff back. She would have to pay for it. I think it depends on, I guess, the thing, like, who got ownership of the thing. Because it did get passed down a couple of times. She might have been able to do it closer towards the beginning, but like once it got sold multiple times, it becomes kind of murky on who owns it, quote unquote. I don't know.
What do you think it was about
I don't know the
Jade
laws in
Chamber
the,
that defeated Osile?
The explosion? The size? The speed at which this giant rock careened into the monster? I guess the size.
Well, I think it was a combination of the weight and the energy it contains.
Okay, so yeah, the speed at which it was careening into him.
Its great weight meant that it hit Osile with incredible force, while the energy within triggered that spectacular explosion.
Ah.
Every piece of the Jade Chamber, from the stone walls and wooden beams down to the smallest ornament, contributed to its total weight. But in the end, they became objects of merchants' greed. It's hard not to get a little irked thinking about it.
I mean, yeah, I hope that you can get all your things back.
Thank you for understanding.
Yeah, no, if you... Like, that was her home! She lost all of her stuff.
Now I've got one of my items back. Let me show you what makes it so special. The secrets of history shine through in the relics that survive. And this one now has the story of another age to tell.
Do we get to see it? It is a teacup! Oh no! I was kidding. I was kidding that it was another teacup that was used by Ningguang. That guy wanted the matching set. Wait, actually, that's probably why he spent so much on it. She probably picked out that makes a lot of sense, actually. He would want more teacups so that, she lives in the air to avoid property taxes. Ooh, time for the really bad schedule. And then she sold bathwater as an experiment. That's the thing where she's like, oh, I can make millions scamming them if I really wanted to. One of the ways is bathwater. Considering. Oh. Huh. Actually, well, I mean, I'm in the Jade Chamber. I can try to see if I can find the screen. Because I know what the screen... Oh, it's the one back there. Right? Oh. That's pretty neat. Except, you know, not green. Right? Is it that one? Yeah. Huh. Maybe it's the rock energy in it. It went, no, 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 this is not plants. This isn't dendro. Oh, right.
My usual job. For example, arranging her daily schedule. You misunderstand.
Okay,
Baisha has... I'm sure she was...
Back to the top. By Xiao, and I can go through the methods I use, all in a day's work. Currently, there are 100 and... Yes.
Wow, 133?
Then, I'll just... Right after that, there's... Yes, you do. You need to take ample knowledge of all... I assume this is all making sense. Unless you had any... Good. Then let's press on. We're tight on time already.
These are the same. Okay.
Wonderful. Then I'll be... I'm grateful if anything else...
Take care, lady...
Okay. Time for the really bad schedule. Does Baishu tell me off? Baishu should tell me off. Because it's not gonna be good. Oh my god, Traveler! That's not a schedule! There is nothing scheduled! That's like... That is such a Paimon thing to do.
Don't you think that this schedule is a bit of a light load?
Traveler.
Yeah, that's true. Lady Ningguang has a lot of work to attend to, and frankly, she doesn't have many opportunities to rest.
Can she afford to... Because she has things scheduled, right? Like that lunch and the... Like, that's a scheduled thing that I assume has been scheduled for a while, so it's just like... You gotta pick and choose when the vacation is. Well, time to break Leah's economy. Time to destabilize the entire economy.
We do sometimes worry about her health, but her attitude is very Mora-driven. If by taking a break there's a chance she'll lose Mora, she'll never agree to it.
Yeah, don't destroy your health.
I see where you're coming from. Yes, you have a point. All right then, let's go with your plan. I'm sure Lady Ningguang has plenty she wants to talk about with you.
She got fired for one day.
There's a lot of things that need doing over at the auction venue, so I will be leaving you now. I hope so too. You must be exhausted. Make sure you get an early night tonight.
Ningguang is gonna be so upset with us. Ningguang is gonna look at that and just give us the most upset look. I trusted you. You had one job. Ah, a morning. Alright. Now, we know the real reason we did this was just so that we could avoid doing work. Which door is it? This one. This one.
Yes. I'm already awake. I'll be out in a moment. I'm just changing. Good morning.
I got you with blue
Did you sleep
screen.
well?
I mean, okay.
That's good. So,
oh, whoops.
What's item 1 on today's schedule?
Yeah, exactly that. We have item 0.
I imagine this must have taken Baishir completely by surprise. Sure, there's no harm in changing my schedule around once in a while. My schedule is usually very tightly packed, and any extra time I can squeeze out is spent on preparing for the future. So, it'll be quite nice to take a break.
You don't take many breaks, huh?
I don't often feel tired. Seeing the Mora come in has a way of making me feel quite invigorated. Still, your idea is very sensible. Mora can only lift a weary spirit. It cannot alleviate physical fatigue. So then, the days ahead of us. Any ideas on how to spend it?
This is like a low-key way of getting me to still schedule out her schedule. Oh, thank you for the follow. Let's see. You never have the opportunity to do that you never normally have time for. This is the same thing.
Something I never have the opportunity to do.
Take a bath in salt water. Oh my god. How many endings? I think 2 or 3? 1, 2, 3, I think. Yes? 2? The good schedule. The good schedule. Main is a strong word. I use her a lot.
Interesting. Before I decide, I'd like to know, what gave you this idea?
I didn't want to plan your schedule.
Because as far as most people are concerned, Mora is the key to any and all opportunities.
But Mora can also be a limitation. Break your limits.
Yes, you're absolutely right. This is what I appreciate about you. You see things the way they are, rather than how they appear. I want to do something a little self-indulgent. Is that okay by you?
Yeah, I mean, day's yours.
Thank you. All right, here it is. I've always thought it would be fun to recapture what life was like before I joined the Leo Ichising.
Oh. Food time? Kirara, Kazuha, and Chiori on a coherent team. I don't think I can really manage that.
I was born into a humble family, and all the wealth you see now began with a single haul of fish.
Oh, are we going fishing?
I had to. I wasn't born with a silver spoon in my mouth.
Limit break spot, eh?
Fishing isn't the half of it. You'd be amazed at some of the odd jobs I've worked in my time. A lot of the old folks like to brag about how I used to be their errand runner back in the day.
What am I doing after the quest? I think this is probably gonna fit in the full, like, 2 hours of my time slot, so probably nothing today. But I know what I'm doing on Wednesday. It's gonna be the actual 4.5 stuff, ha ha ha. You know, that thing I keep misremembering the day for. Hard to imagine, but it makes sense.
They were tough times, but I had a clear goal and plenty of motivation. If I didn't make any money in the morning, I'd have no food for lunch. I guess that's why I came to be so obsessed with Mora.
Oh, thank you for the follow. Cat update? Oh my god, I'm gonna just spend my entire time petting cats.
I want to relive that time from my life. Feel some of that drive again. Take a trip down memory lane. So how about it? Will you join me?
Genshin savings time, the update skipped for a week. No! I hate daylight savings so much! Chiori, our father? Well, that sounds like a you problem. I'm just gonna suffer. Nah, I'm just gonna perceive, our Latino. You work hard enough, you'll be... yeah, sure.
Great. Then let me lay down the ground rules.
There are rules! Only thing you don't mind is when we get an extra hour of sleep. Yeah, that's always fun, but also it's just like... It's with the knowledge that it'll eventually be taken back.
We're not to use our status or reputation in Liyue Harbor to our advantage, and we have no starting capital. The goal is to see how much more we can make under these conditions.
Wait, so we're still just making Mora instead of taking a break? Northland Bank? I don't think we have the credentials for that. Let's just start at the bottom.
Okay. but working as a day laborer could be quite dull.
I don't... If we're not using our status or, like, our resume for anything, I don't think we can work at anywhere else.
Why don't we go down to the docks? They periodically throw out a lot of unclaimed or abandoned goods. We might find something that we can exchange for Mora.
I mean, no, that's fair.
What does it matter? Don't worry about it. It's all part of the fun. Come on, let's go down to the docks.
Imagine Artifacts actually letting you get a good build on a character. Wait, a game broke because they didn't factor in the leap year. That's kind of funny, I won't lie. I mean, I hope it got fixed, but also, like, that's low-key kind of funny. You could just rob Albedo? I mean, who? Who is this Albedo you speak of? Yeah, Beto. Is that a new skin for Beto?
Lady Ningguang, to what do I owe the honor? Are you here to inspect the goods in the warehouse? You may have to wait a moment. I must have not gotten the message.
We should have worn disguises.
Sorry, I won't be long. I'll grab all the paperwork right away.
Calm down. No need to panic. That's not why we're here.
Oh, you're just looking for me? I haven't done anything. Have I? I mean, I don't think so.
That's a big mood, though.
All right, the periodic clearances. Yeah, I've been handling those, strictly per the protocol.
Is Burb still there off screen? Yes.
I make sure I post all the necessary notices and notify every individual that I'm required to. It used to be a huge problem, but with a bit of hard work, I've managed to reduce the amount of goods we need to clear out by at least half. It's hard to say. It really depends. Everyone has their own reasons.
Burb jump scare. You can get a Albedo.
But as far as the warehouse is concerned, they all fall into these categories.
Albatross.
Unclaimed goods, damaged goods, or unpaid storage fees. As for the damaged ones, I guarantee you it's nothing to do with how they're stored. It's because some things go bad more easily than others.
Honestly, that's fair.
If it sits there in the warehouse for too long, it goes without saying that it could start to affect the other goods. But that aside, even the smell is just unbearable.
So, have you cleared out any of these goods recently?
I'm afraid we just finished clearing out all the big ones. But don't worry, Lady Ningguang. If you're here for an inspection, then I'm here to make it happen. Hang tight. I'll grab some of the smaller items for you right away.
This broken face, it just went bad. Yeah, it went bad. Do you see the expiration date right here? Yeah, went so bad.
Hold on. Oh,
there he goes.
I don't think he has quite grasped the nature of this situation.
I can't really blame him, honestly.
Lady Ningguang, I had a quick run through the list and cleared out some more items.
I'm
Please,
so sorry,
inspect
guy.
them at your leisure.
Let me see here. Soggy food, an odd shoe, a broken mirror, small wooden toy. It's a shame we missed the last clearance. We're down to the slim pickings now.
I would say the things that are most probably best here is probably going to be the mirror and the toy, potentially. Maybe we could get it repaired.
Some of these are true junk, but there are a few items of value here.
Okay.
Take this wooden toy, for example. The wood is good quality. If you took it apart, there's quite a number of useful everyday objects that you could turn it into, with a little work.
Huh? You want it?
We'll toss it ourselves.
Oh, sure. Take whatever you want. It's all getting thrown away anyway.
Great. This is going well. Yes. And once we're done, we will find a merchant to give us an appraisal of their value.
Oh, take care, Firestar.
I have no idea what's going on here, and I'm not about to ask either.
That's pretty good. Okay. So... Oh, are we not gonna, like, try to, you know, repair anything or rework anything? We're just gonna sell them as is? Maybe it's implied that we already have. Where? Who? 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 Oh, you are down there. Okay. You. Hello.
Lady Ningguang, welcome to my humble store. What can I get for you?
Yeah, maybe we should have worn disguises.
Actually, today's a little different. I'm not here to buy anything. I wanted to ask if you could take a look at some goods for me.
Bolai the crime man. Ningguang touched in value times 99. You're not wrong.
Just take a look? What for? Oh, I see. Let me take a look then.
He's ready to see some, like, you know, some finery, some luxury items, and then he sees like a half-rotten like piece of, I don't know, chicken or something, and like a broken mirror and a moldy toy.
I mean, I can take them. I have a few regular customers I can talk to.
Fish bones.
They should be able to salvage the raw materials. It shouldn't take long at all. But,
What's wrong? If it's too much trouble, please. There's no need to force it.
No, it's nothing like that. Well, anyway, let's talk prices. So all of these together, I'll give you 150,000
Yep, it's the Ningguang tax. Oh no, the Ningguang tax.
Oh, well...
No worries. The price is negotiable, of course, so we can discuss it further.
Ningguang, maybe I should just go to these myself and then report to you with the prices, because I don't think they really care as much about, giving me a few extra zeros.
If that figure's not what you had in mind,
no, Bolai!
I can, bump it up a little. It'll be fine. I'm sure we can reach an agreement here.
What are your thoughts? Yes. At most, these items are only worth a couple of thousand mora.
Buying his mercy. That's the price of Bolai's fear.
Huh? Wait a minute. So you're really here just to sell a few things? And specifically, these things?
Oh, did he think we were plotting something?
I thought that was all for some kind of inspection or something.
Oh, man. Wait, does that mean you were bribing us?
It appears so. We can't go on like this. Let's try something else. As long as we're in Liyue Harbor, this kind of misunderstanding is inevitable.
Are we gonna go somewhere else?
If I wasn't Ningguang, Go Sanar probably wouldn't have handed all of these over to us. And you likely wouldn't be willing to buy them either.
That pigeon just fell off of that scaffolding. Like, didn't fly, fell. Just hopped right off. Fell like a pigeon-shaped rock. They're okay. They were just practicing their magic tricks. They're Linny's new pigeons, obviously. They're just branching out in Liyue instead of being in Fontaine, obviously.
To be completely honest, you're not wrong.
This goes against the rules we set for ourselves at the start.
Sorry, I'm watching that other pigeon, because, like, if it hopped forward, it would do the same thing. And I'm, like, half expecting it to do it. So I'm, like, trying to stall a little bit. No? No? Okay. We'll just have to leave Liyue Harbor and live an adventurer's life. An adventurer's life for me. See if it hops into the water. Well, none of them are hopping now. Just kicking their feet. Come on, do it. Hop. Hop. Do it. Jump. Jump. Do it. Aw, I don't think they are.
Are there any other ways for adventurers to make mora besides their remuneration from the guild?
Is it Disney princess powers if it's not that animals gather around you, but they just act in very wonky ways instead? Oh, it jumped, but it didn't jump forward. Oh, that one keeps jumping forward. That one's gonna jump into the water eventually, actually. That one genuinely might just go into the water. You can go treasure hunting, sure.
I don't mind. Let's give it a try. Lead the way.
You two have a good one.
Can I just turn around and look at the bird? Oh! Wait! Oh, no! 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 He died! I'm so sorry! Oh my god!
Shower me with praise!
Oh no! We will remember you. We will remember that you once flew. Oh my god! Man, why are all the animals in my world like this? Why do they keep doing these things? Like, what are you gonna do, little guy? Man.
This must be the place. Let's do this.
Okay. Sure.
Give up.
Is she built to be a DPS on this build? I don't actually know what they gave her. It's probably Noblesse, let's be real. Actually, wait, is it Noblesse? Of course it is! He died! They will remember thee well.
Give up.
Okay.
It feels like it's been a long time since I've gotten so physical. The feeling of creating your wealth with your own two hands is just as exhilarating as ever. Yes, I'd say so. Everything starts out small. You focus on quantity at the outset, and gradually shift to focusing on quality as your wealth builds. And let's not forget, we started with no initial capital. It's reasonable to expect building something from nothing to be highly demanding. In any case, the sight of Mora has always had a way of improving my mood, no matter what the sum is.
Timmy felt a disturbance. I didn't do it! Say so like this, Jim. That's the pun.
I intend to. I'm not ready to stop yet. This time, let's try something a little more challenging.
Oh, a part 2? Okay. Darth Timmy. Ah, murder. The plan is murder. Well, oh, come back, please. Hello? Yeah, it's gonna— I don't have a Claymore user here right now. Man. What if I— can I run behind you? Please, 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 please. Okay. Bye. Please don't respawn. That would be very distressing.
Submit.
I thought that it was gonna break before I broke. Okay. Yep, goodbye.
Another satisfying haul. Ah, what a feeling. That's very kind of you. But I know I'm no match for a professional adventurer like yourself.
I wonder what's in these chests. 3 apples. And an arrow.
For me, a battle is just a form of exercise. A way to keep fit and use up any surplus energy. Oh no, not yet. There's more Mora to be made. Hey, look! What's that hole in the ground?
Oh, are we gonna go and bully weasels now?
Oh, I see. So if we catch it, there's Mora for the taking?
Classic Dendro swirl. I'm swirling the bombs. It's the bomb swirl.
Oh, how quaint. That was your Beto impression, was it?
Oh, I missed that. Oops.
Well, I'm afraid I'm having far too much fun to stop what I'm doing and start bickering with you, Captain.
Ara ara.
Come on, let's go get this weasel thief.
Okay. Cool, we're bullying weasels now.
There it is! After it!
We're... Oh wait, are we not... Oh, is this not the usual thing? Because usually you just beat them up and then they give you...
Goodness, this reminds me of fishing. Not an easy catch.
The weasel was supposed to go into the hole, wasn't it? I might have done that in the wrong order.
But we didn't let it slip away, and the haul is now ours. That's what counts.
Oh, thank you for the follow.
Let's see. A little over 1,000 mora. We can't do any serious business with this amount of starting capital. We need to keep working hard. Actually, now that you mention it, I'm suddenly a little hungry. Huh. Amidst the thrill of the chase, I didn't even notice. Wangshu Inn is right there, but...
I mean, we can just cook.
Same thoughts here. After how hard we worked to get our hands on this mora, it would be a shame to eat it all in a single sitting. In which case, I think I'll take this opportunity to show you a skill that I used to be rather proud of. Yes, but the rule of the game is no fishing rods allowed. We're going fishing by hand.
Oh, we're gonna go bomb fishing. Klee's gonna be so happy.
Come on, let's go down to the river.
I love that Lee's head of state just fought a weasel for like $1. Yeah, we really did just play whack-a-mole, but
This should be enough. Let's head back to land and grill them.
Klee fishing.
Here, have a taste of my cooking.
Wow, your cooking is very explosive, you could say.
A fresh catch can go straight on the grill with minimal preparation and it tastes delicious, even with no seasoning. It's a little charred, that's on purpose. I just like how it tastes.
I mean, if there's no seasoning on it, then like charring it for a little bit of flavor, I get it.
Normally, I have to make a special request to the chef if I want it to taste like this.
Hello, chef. Burn it. What? Burn it. Turn it into charcoal. Huh? I like to eat my fish like I eat rocks.
It was nothing. Back in the day, I had to hurry home after work to do my household chores. Then in the evening, it was out to the night market with the family to support our stall. I was always meticulous with the most menial of tasks. My mother always loved that about me. But by the same token, she didn't love the idea of me leaving home and starting my own business. She thought it was just an unnecessary risk when I could just carry on helping out at home instead.
You eat rocks. Listen, I used to make jokes about Zhongli eating rocks. I don't remember why I started saying that, but like, I just started saying that. Noctiluctus jade tastes as great as I remember. But where are those who share the memory? You know, like those kinds of jokes. Give it to Link, you'll eat it. Yeah, that's fair.
You'd be more likely to see me pulling up outside Wanmin restaurant and selling grilled tigerfish from a food cart.
Because he uses core lapis? Well, you see, that wouldn't be the reason for me because I don't have Zhongli, so...
My childhood memories run deep. I'll always have a special affection for fish.
Characters eating their ascension mats. What would be the weirdest ascension mat to eat? That's a weird tier list, but it's one that has the potential to exist.
They are confined to the water, and yet they live free, swimming around wherever the mood takes them.
Spectre heart? I mean, that's like an organic thing still, right? Like, it's not a rock. It's not like a full-on rock that like would break your teeth if you tried to bite into it.
It is. I have greatly enjoyed experiencing the adventurer lifestyle with you.
Oh yeah, Kazuha's ascension material is the thing that's made out of children's souls. I mean, it's still more edible than a rock, right?
When I think back on all my hard work in the past, it motivates me to face the challenges that lie ahead in the future. That sounds great. I'm looking forward to it.
Don't worry, I will turn it in. I will reduce it into carbon.
But
just for you.
Warning, I am very picky about my grilled fish. I can be a tough lady to impress.
It's just the story, but there's still a chance. You said there was no seasoning on that. Okay, so 2 more. Okay. Oh, interesting. Okay, but like, can I see all the ascension materials? These are ascension materials, right? Oh no. I literally can't tell immediately. I mean, I think that these are berries. Berries are fine, flowers are fine, mushroom, plants, fine. The ones that say local specialty. Okay, cool. So we've got a whole rock, a shell. Shells could be a little edible. Well, they're more edible. Yeah, eating valberries is fine. Like, eating berries and mushrooms and, like plants and flowers, that's fine. I can imagine, like, turning that into something. But, like, these are rocks. I don't know if I'd want to eat a whole beetle either. I won't lie. Sakura is used in a lot of desserts and stuff, so that's fine. This one's also, like... Yeah, this is flour that's eaten blood. Crystal marrow? Oh, yeah. Isn't that like the crystallized power of like the snake corpse? Huh. Okay, this one is a little edible. This one, you could probably swallow it like medicine, depending on how big it is. Crystal marrow actually drives people insane. Why are we using it to level people up? Fruit is fruit. That's fine. That's fine. Plant? Fine. Oh. Oh no. Oh, no. I assume that that's... maybe? It has protein? Oh man. That's a robot. That's metal. I don't think this one's very edible either. That's also rocks, fossils. What is this? Oh, wait, this is this is primordial water. Wouldn't this just melt people, depending on when in the story you were? Okay, I think, yeah. Here, ascend to a higher plane! Where is the... Huh? Oh, wait until the following day. Okay. Only if they're Fontanian. But that's a Fontanian mat! Is the problem? Am I farming mats if I get her? Probably. But I'll probably catch up on like all the 4.5 stuff before I do that. I don't feel so good. Dissolves into water. I'm not saving for Arlecchino because I'm pulling for Chiori. If I get Chiori early, then that would be great. But I think the chances of that are probably not high. 0.3, in fact. Or was it 3%? Something like that.
I'm already awake. I'll be
Is
out
content in
a moment.
4.5?
I'm just changing.
Story. That's gonna definitely take up a couple of
Did
the
you
streams.
sleep well? There's nothing to. So,
Oh.
what's I imagine this must have taken Baishir
Also
completely
cats.
by surprise.
Yeah, cats are gonna be so much content. Oh, I don't have my guarantee, so we'll see how that goes.
Sure. There's no harm in changing my schedule as you.
I've seen
so
this.
It'll be quite nice to take. I don't off still. So then. Something I never have time for. Ah. Have you played the chess game I made? Or heard of it, perhaps?
You made a chess game?
Yes. It's based on classic chess, but with different rules. When I was designing it, I wanted it not only to be a fun game, but also to capture Liyue's culture in a unique way.
Oh yeah, Soft Pity. Yeah, that's at 76. I'm not there.
So I introduced a lot of
Unless they
concepts
changed it.
that aren't part of traditional chess, as well as different chess pieces and even boards.
Oh, what? Are we pulling out 4D chess?
I'm constantly
5D
revising and
chess.
expanding it. So far, there are over 30 editions.
I don't think I could do that. I think my brain would melt.
True. That's one reason why it's been difficult to catch on. But I don't feel that making it easier to learn is necessarily a good thing. Isn't one of the joys of playing chess to continually learn and progress through a complex set of rules?
I thought it was the strategy in working around your opponent. Not that I really play chess, so I guess I don't have much room to speak on here, but...
I think the key will be to make something that easily catches the attention of people who haven't played much chess before. I'm planning to make a new set with the board and pieces based on the battle for Liyue. One side will play the Guardians of Liyue Harbor. The other side will play the Fatui and Osile.
That doesn't sound like chess anymore. That just sounds like a board game, which I'm way more down with suddenly.
No problem. I will let you try it out as soon as I finish the prototype. I want to make each of the chess pieces of Liyue Millennial as true to life as possible. And no Guardians of Liyue chess set would be complete without you, would it?
No, don't turn me into a marketable plushie, no!
I am indeed. Many of them, in fact. My thinking was that only people who pre-order the chess set at full price will be eligible to receive the limited edition Traveler chess piece.
That's not a chess piece. That's not. It's literally just the player token, huh?
It seems only fitting for someone of your status.
Don't reduce me to a marketing plan.
Naturally. Since
Amazing.
You are the face of that historic event. I intend to make chess pieces for everyone who was involved that day, including myself.
I'm starting to think that chess is more synonymous with board game than it is actual chess. We're adding microtransactions.
Everyone who owns this chess set will preserve this moment in history in a vivid and compelling form. Then it's decided.
Do I get a free version of the limited edition thing since you're using me as a marketing strategy?
Come with me. To make this chess piece, I need to take some measurements.
Wait, are you making these, like, anatomically correct? Like, proportional? Why? Blind box booster boxes. I wouldn't put it past her. She's finally she's adding pay to win. Oh god. Buy these new chess pieces for the board and they'll have new abilities that outshine every other edition from the original first edition of the game.
Lady Ningguang and the Traveler.
Aren't you a perfumer?
You already know each other?
We've met.
Oh, I think it goes a little deeper than that. I don't teach my hard-earned skills to just anyone, you know.
What did you teach me again? Like, I remember you from a different quest? I don't... What?
There's a word for people like you, who are warm one minute and cold the next. Fickle.
Pam, I genuinely don't remember what you're talking about. The last time I remember you were talking with Timaeus or something in Mondstadt. That is the last thing I remember from you. Did she taught us perfume? I know she's the perfumer. I didn't, I think it's less fickle and more forgetful.
You seem to be in a good mood today.
As ever.
Oh.
There's nothing special about today, but seeing you two has definitely perked me up.
Oh, she taught us the perfume for Zhongli's funeral. Oh! Why are you hitting me with that?
All jokes aside, how can I be of service today?
Remember the custom chess pieces I told you about? I'd like you to take his measurements today.
Are you turning me into a vase?
Whatever business I'm in, I am first and foremost a woman of many talents. Don't you remember when I taught you how to make perfume? There was no porcelain involved in that. As it happens, I am a skilled tailor as well. What can I say? I'm in the prime of my youth and I love all beautiful things. Is that so strange?
So are these going to be like... Are these actually plushies? Am I being turned into a marketable plushie?
Yingar is every bit as proficient as any of the top tailors in the land. I've availed myself of her services many times before.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just realizing that the Traveler only thinks I'm good at one thing. I see how it is. In which case...
Don't you put this on me!
You'll find all the tools you could need in the room. Please, help yourselves. I'll stay outside and mind my own porcelain business, as you quite rightly suggested.
Girl!
Huh? What are you expecting me to do here?
We are hiring you for your services. Why are you doing this?
Oh, I think the Traveler is the one you should be asking about that.
Stop twisting my words!
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I'm leaving.
It's hard not to tease when you're both so well matched.
What do you mean by that?
Come on then. Step inside and I'll examine your body.
No, I'm so uncomfortable.
Oh.
No, I refuse. Okay, uneventful. Cool, cool. That's the best thing that can happen out of this. I need an adult.
If I hear any strange new rumors after this, you will be my #1 suspect.
Rumors about the Traveler or the chess piece?
I can't believe Timaeus is dating her. I think technically this is before then, so...
Either. Both are confidential.
Yinger is just like walking in with the newest element, psychic damage. Or alternatively, emotional damage.
Don't worry, I know where the line is. I'd never take a joke too far.
I don't believe you.
Secrets are only fun when they're kept secret.
Yeah, no, you would keep secrets though.
Just enough with the ambiguous phrasing, okay? You'll give people the wrong idea. Forget it. Let's just go.
You're always welcome at Scent of Spring. Come again, anytime.
I slightly regret bringing you here.
Oh cool, everyone's uncomfortable.
It doesn't bother me. I just hope she didn't make you feel too awkward. Now that your measurements are taken, let's go to Mingxing Jewelry and put an order in.
Okay, finish talking. Now I can go here. Yeah, she does. I don't remember her like being coming on that strongly, because the last thing I remember is from the Timaeus thing, which she was a bit different. Wait, really? I didn't see her at the Lantern Rite this year. Oh no, I hope they're still together.
Ningguang. What can I do for you today?
That chess piece I told you about? We can start work now. I have the Traveler's measurements here.
Okay, let me just double check. Looks good.
Oh,
This has
I see.
all the measurements we need. I'll pass them on to the craftsman shortly.
Good. And as agreed, please use top-grade materials only.
Okay.
Of course, we are professionals, and we will do everything we can to deliver the high standard you expect.
Actually, I was about to be like, that's a really high price for like a board game, but it's just like, no, we've got the ningguang tax. People will pay hundreds of thousands of mora just to get it. Let's be real.
Although, speaking to you as a friend, I have to tell you that the sale price you indicated won't even cover the cost of production.
Oh, so she's marking it down.
I don't mean just the material costs either. Waiting around for top quality materials drags out the production time and also reduces the total quantity we can produce.
Our first meeting with her was a lot more sus. Oh man, I think I might have just blocked it from my memory then.
That's okay. This one is not for profit.
Oh, we're getting this one.
With every previous set, there's always been some degree of commercial or marketing considerations to bear in mind. But this one serves more of a commemorative purpose. To that point, as you know, the prototype of the Jade Chamber chess piece has been in the works for a long time, but I haven't once followed up on the progress.
Wait, didn't I say way earlier? Like, yeah, just turn them into like marketable like jade chambers. Make tiny jade chambers that you can throw at people. I guess she is making more jade chambers.
Yes, and just like your piece, the Jade Chamber piece will be scaled for the game.
Yes, it's a challenging project.
Wait,
but also,
scaled?
Not for profit is really not something I ever expected from Lady Ningguang. How do I put it? It just seems out of character.
In business, everything comes down to profits versus losses. You have to keep a cool head and make rational judgments. In other words, you must be shrewd. But shrewdness is easily perceived as cynicism in the eyes of others. People come to think of you as someone who cares only about money and not people. Hardly the worst thing in the world, of course. But it has caused obstacles for me in the past. Well, for example, I once had a case where someone backed out of a deal with me to sell to someone else. We were both offering the exact same terms. It was simply because they didn't like me very much.
Person just keeps walking around to get another glimpse of Ningguang.
Another case is where I offered distinctly more competitive terms in an investment, and this ended up arousing their suspicion.
There's a turn limit on the board game, and if you don't complete it in a certain amount of turns, then the Jade Chamber explodes while you're on it.
That Ningguang, they thought. She must be up to something. We can't let her get away with it.
I see.
But these problems disappeared all but completely after the battle against Osile.
Oh yeah, because you know, kind of yeeted your most important, like famously important to you, like home and location of all of your treasures at Sea Monster to save all of Leah, so, you know, fair enough.
Why? Because the whole of Leo witnessed me destroying my Jade Chamber. At least,
exactly.
That's the most reasonable explanation I could think of.
Oh, I get it. You're saying that back when you sacrificed the Jade Chamber, you gained everyone's respect in return.
And now it's time to monetize that respect.
You're not seeking to make a profit from these chess pieces because what you're commemorating is your personal contribution to Liyue Harbor. It was the deal of the century, and as long as you keep capitalizing on it, business will be plain sailing for you in the future.
Every other path along the Ningguang Hangouts has been, oh, you're playing Pot of Greed? Well, sorry to inform you, but that's banned.
Yes, exactly. Very to the point.
Truly a brilliant strategy, Lady Ningguang. You really are a business mastermind.
Her trying to get rid of this business mastermind, like, image.
Now I understand why this set needs to be so perfect and why it's okay that it doesn't turn a profit.
It will be a lot of work, and I'm most grateful to you. Make sure the Traveler's piece is exactly how he wants it. We can't go letting him down.
Don't you worry. We'll put our all into it.
Well, that's that then. Let's head back to the Jade Chamber. There's something I want to discuss with you.
Oh, you look distressed. She's just gonna make MOBAs eventually? Oh no. Has that person just been walking past being like, join the Adventurers Guild? Have they just been a walking bulletin board this whole time?
I have a question for you, and I'd like to hear your honest opinion. And I, in turn, will tell you how I really think. When we were at Mingxing Jewelry, I admitted that my decision to sacrifice the Jade Chamber was a calculated one. I had already considered what I stood to lose and to gain. When you heard that, did it make you think that maybe I really was a cynical profit chaser after all?
Well, no, that's... You literally threw your house at him! Like, yeah, that's... It was a sacrifice, but like, you have to... Of course you have to make calculations on them, that's your home. Making up for your losses? It's also... Yeah, literally... I feel like that's gonna be... I feel like that's gonna send the wrong message. I'm gonna say this one.
Thank you. Yes, you see things the way they are, however they may appear on the surface.
If Ningguang makes a board game called Genshin Impact, I'm gonna laugh very hard.
I was lying to Xingxi. My decision to destroy the Jade Chamber was nowhere near as thought through as I made it out to be. I just thought we should do what needed to be done, and this was a decision that only I could make.
Oh, and she couldn't... Yeah, she shouldn't say that to... She has an image.
Afterwards, I consoled myself by reasoning that all my wealth comes from Leo Harbor. So, to lose Leo Harbor is to lose everything. In that sense, giving up the Jade Chamber would be a profitable investment in the long term. But... it just didn't work.
Oh... Yeah.
I was grief-stricken. Like a huge part of my heart was suddenly missing. Because I had just severed ties with a lifelong companion. I stared out at the sea for goodness knows how long. I just couldn't let it go. I just couldn't. There was no way I could console myself. So why bother trying? But as time went by, I received so many thank you gifts and letters from people. Everyone was describing how they now saw me in a new light, how I'd become an inspiration to them. I gave up the Jade Chamber without a moment's hesitation, and I did it for the sake of Leo Harbor. And now, people are inspired to follow my example, to tackle their life challenges with the same unswerving determination. All of this was so encouraging to hear. It made me feel that my dear old companion's sacrifice was not in vain. Because, to most people, the idea that Lady Ningguang is someone who battles with grief and struggles to let go of the past is probably the furthest thing from the truth that they could imagine. This is one aspect of the truth that I can share only with you. The fact that I can't always be as strong as everyone thinks I am.
You've done good.
Thank you for your comforting words. It feels good even just to be able to talk about it. I'm sorry that you have to see me in this state. But look where I am now, standing on the deck of the Jade Chamber once more, taking in the view. It must be fate's reward to me. And if I end up having to do it all over again in the future, I will not hesitate to make the same decision again.
Aww. Wait, bird is the word? Okay. One more ending. Let's see. Oh. Oh, I have to wait until the next day, don't I? Please. Please let it just be this little bit. Please. Don't. No! Well, time to dissociate on the Jade Chamber for a full day. Well, bird is the word, so you know. Burb is always there. Okay. I need to figure out what that last one is. I think it's part of the...
Yes, I'm already awake.
It's part of
I'll be out in
the
a
second
moment.
choice?
I'm just changing.
I'm trying to think.
Good morning. Did you sleep well? Oh, how strange. Me too. I'm joking, of course.
Ouch.
I slept like a baby. Sorry to disappoint you. So, what's item? I imagine this must have... Sure. There, my schedule is you. So, it'll be quite nice. I don't off still. So then.
Okay. I think it's this one, and then was there another option? Oh, I might have to go back. That's gonna suck.
Because as far as most people are concerned, yes. You're I want to do something a little... Thank you. Alright.
Oh, I think I might have chosen the wrong one.
Fishing isn't... A lot of the old folks like to brag about how they were tough times. If I didn't make... I want to So how about it? Will you join me? Great. Then let me lay down the ground rules. We're not to use... The goal is to...
Oh, right, yeah, the bank.
I can see why you'd suggest that. You're thinking I could use my knowledge of how Mora works to my advantage and make a lot of money there. But Northland Bank is a special case. I rather suspect I would not be welcome there. Yes, and also... Never mind.
Ooh.
I'll just show you. It won't eat up too much
Spill
time.
the tea? Spill the tea?
I expect they still hold a grudge against me to this
Huh?
day.
What did she do? I'm very excited. Okay, we're going to Northland Bank. We walk in, all of the employees immediately scatter on sight. So it's up this way. It's been a while since I've been to Northland Bank. Up here. And in here. Okay, cool. Everyone immediately points their weapons like, "You're not welcome here! You know what you did!"
Lady Ningguang, I would hope that you're not here to create further trouble for the Fatui.
I mean, close enough.
With all due respect, too much official pressure will risk driving our bank out of business.
There's no need to be so hostile. I'm just here to talk business. So, are you in business or not?
Ara, the tea.
That depends on the proposal, and it's not my decision alone. But first, tell me, why should we believe that you really are here for business? Because if you're here to make us suffer huge losses like last time, then I'm sorry, but none of us here can afford that.
Straight to the point, I see. Works for me. Traveler, we're leaving. Let's not waste any more of our time here.
Dang. Hostile. Okay. And we're going down? We're going down. I just... Oh, I was hoping I could... Oh, this building is very large! I can go here. Aha! There we go.
Do you see what I mean now? Their attitude was just as I expected.
They weren't even pretending.
That's for sure. Although our diplomatic relations with Snezhnaya haven't broken down completely. I dealt them a rather ruthless blow with the size of the reparations payment I imposed.
Why are they salty?